What's up, everybody? PG back with another reality check. And I've got this stick that I found. Actually, Elliot found it here in our backyard. And it reminds me of the story from Exodus where Moses was commanded by God to help free the Israelites, to free them from Pharaoh and from slavery. And one of the neat things about that story is, Moses has this big stick, or like this staff, right? And God uses that staff to perform miracles. And I mean, it was just a meaningless stick, a lot like this one. But like Moses turned it into not Moses, but God turned it into a snake to show his power. And that didn't wow Pharaoh, because he's a moron. But then after they had left Egypt, after all the plagues, and then they're stuck and the Red Sea's in front of them, and then Pharaoh's army is coming behind them trying to kill them all. God says, hey, raise the stick in the air. When you raise the stick in the air, I will do something incredible. And I don't know if Moses really knew what was going to happen or not, but he did. It felt like they were stuck, like they were going to all be killed. You've got these thousands and thousands and thousands of people trying to escape from Pharaoh, and Pharaoh's army is coming right behind them, and there's nowhere to go. Moses raises up the stick, and then the Red Sea splits in two. I mean, what a crazy miracle. It's like when I die, people say, you're not going to worry about the past. You're not going to worry about how things work or life. You're just going to worship. Now, you know what? Let me tell you something. I am going to ask God if we can get a tour of history. And I want to go and I want to see when Moses raises that stick up in the air. I want to see the Red Sea split. And man, can you just imagine how crazy that would have been in that moment? How crazy, just amazed the people were. And the Red Sea split in two. Everybody got across, and then here comes Pharaoh's army thinking they're going to go through as well. And then Moses says, "Nuh-uh," and then the water just and kills all of Pharaoh's army. What a crazy, cool miracle. And it just, man, it challenges me. To me, it's one of the coolest parts in the story. It challenges me that I think sometimes God asks us to do stuff that doesn't make sense. And if we just obey him, even when it doesn't make sense to us, like, I don't know, raising a stick up in the air, when things don't make sense, God can use that still. And he can do things he can ask us to do things that may not make sense to us, because he wants to do an incredible miracle in your life or in the life of others. And that's the part of that story that really challenges me. So this week, I challenge you. I want you to pray. And I want you to really ask yourself and ask God, what are you asking me? What are you telling me to do or asking me to do that maybe doesn't make sense? Maybe you haven't done it because it doesn't make sense. Now let me clarify something. God will never ask you to do something that goes against his word. So he'll never ask you to sin. He'll never ask you to do something wrong, all right? Just because it doesn't make sense doesn't mean that it's wrong or that it's sin. God will never ask you to do sin. He'll never ask you to do something that's wrong, all right? He's never going to do that. But a lot of times he asks us to do things that don't make sense, right? Think about it. Give 10% of our money away. What? That doesn't make sense. He asks us to be selfless, to focus on ourselves less and put others first. Well, that doesn't seem to make sense. There's a lot of things that we do that don't really make sense. So what is God asking you to do? What has God been telling you to do that you haven't done because it just doesn't make sense? Maybe it's get rid of something that you have because it's a huge distraction and it keeps you from spending time with him. Maybe it's a friendship or a relationship that's in your life, and God's been saying, hey, you need to break that off and get that out of your life, get rid of that. And to you, it doesn't make sense because, well, you like that person or you want to be friends or whatever. And this is tough. It really is challenging. But this week, I challenge you to do that. Ask. God, really speak to me. Help me to know what is the thing that you want me to do that maybe doesn't make sense because you want to do something awesome in my life. So that's my challenge to you guys. I love you. I miss you a whole bunch. Man, I'm really hoping and praying this whole quarantine stuff will be done soon, and we'll be able to get back to hanging out together. So love you guys. Miss you lots. Take care.